Madhouse morning show now streaming over on Rumble and YouTube Monday through Friday at 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. What's up, everyone? How you guys and gals doing? Welcome to the show. It's Motorcycle Madhouse Morning Mayhem time. This is your biker news segment that we're going to be doing right now. China it out coming in soon. www.motorcyclemadhouse.com. You to listen to 24/7 rock, baby. Get on over here. Our first story comes out of Georgia. Sad state of affairs, man. Really sad state of affairs.
County earlier tonight that left 2 dead and 3 injured. Deputies say it happened around 6:35 p.m. from an incident stemming from a motorcycle gang incident on Sandbar Ferry Road and East Boundary. Our Taylor Martin is live at the scene now and has been there for the past few hours since we first heard about this. Taylor, what is going on there right now, and what else do we know so far since this has happened?
Well, Craig, as you can see here behind me, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office is still out on the scene here on East Boundary Street after the shooting that happened about 4.5 hours ago. And like you mentioned, 5 were injured and 2 of those 5 are now dead. Now, Sheriff Richard Roundtree did come on the scene tonight to give us more details on what happened. At 6:35 p.m., a call came in shutting down East Boundary Street for hours.
When deputies arrived, they found multiple victims shot. And unfortunately, 2 victims expired on the scene. At the time, we detained some witnesses to the incident. We're investigating that right now.
It all started at a party at the Outcast Motorcycle Club on East Boundary.
A rival motorcycle gang yet to be identified came to that event. Words were exchanged and multiple shots was fired, and resulting in the death of individuals.
People out on the scene told me they were worried the victims could be their family members, but the Richmond County Sheriff's Office says there's no information on who it happened to or why.
Motorcycles were left, some were out-of-state tags. Again, we can't identify who was riding them at the time. Once we secure search warrants and identify exactly who they belong to, we get a better understanding exactly where these individuals came from.
Nearly 2 hours after shots were fired, a tow truck was on scene, removing a navy blue Audi with 3 marked bullet holes from the chevron at the intersection of East Boundary and Broad Street. And with an active scene hours after the shooting happened, authorities say the investigation is ongoing.
Once we get those people positively identified, then we'll see whether they're members of the local motorcycle gang or for the ones that we see with some out-of-town tags.
Now, the names of the victims have not yet been released, and the coroner's office says they'll release those names once families are informed of who they are and once the bodies are identified. But at this time, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office says there is no further information, but we'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Okay, we got some more on this. This is actually an update coming in right now. Let's see here. This out of the Augusta Press. There's now been 12 charged in the deadly Augusta shootout. They're saying between rival biker gangs. You know how we hate that one. Now it goes on to say authorities are filing double murder charges against 12 people after Saturday's shootout between rival motorcycle gangs that left 2 dead and 3 injured. Our thoughts go out to those that lost their life as well as the injured. Hopefully speedy recovery. The shootout reportedly involved members of the Black Motorcycle Gang, Outcast Motorcycle Club, and a mixed race biker gang. You notice how they put everything in race stuff. Thug Riders MC, only one of the suspects is from Augusta. Outcast has, I'm not going to tell you where it is. Authorities said no one is cooperating in the investigation, leaving them to charge a dozen of those connected to the shootout with 2 counts of murder and 1 count of aggravated assault. And it goes on and on, the list of names and the people involved. So that right there is out of Augusta. Now, going to what is this? The Batavian.com. New Breed Motorcycle Club plays respect in Leroy to a member killed in an accident. And it is May, so that is Motorcycle Awareness Month. Be careful out there. Be careful. You know, I know everybody down south and out west has been riding. Up north is just getting in. East is just getting in. Be careful out there. Watch these crazy freaking cagers. They don't watch for you. Members of the New Breed Motorcycle Club out of Rochester led a funeral procession from Monroe County to the cemetery on North Street in Leroy on Saturday. Oh my, 25 years old. 25-year-old Batavia resident was killed in an accident while driving his motorcycle. A friend of Rich's, Gordon Montgomery, said the turnout of the motorcycle club demonstrated how motorcyclists treat their fallen. He shared a quote, "Show me the manner in which a nation cares for its dead, and I will measure with mathematical exactness the tender mercy of its people, their respect for the law of the land, and their loyalty to high ideas." Man, 25 years old, and there's some pictures right there of the funeral. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Our thoughts go out to the family. 25 years old. Too young. Main story today, we're going over to the dailymail.com. And this is over in either Australia, New Zealand. I can't keep track over there. And so you know, this is according to them. I don't know it for sure. They go on to say the ultimate bikey betrayal as former Bandidos boss patches over to the world's most notorious outlaw motorcycle gang amid fears of a major turf war. That's them gaslighting. And by the way, later on the show, when China Dow comes in, we're going to be talking about gaslighting, what it is, and the 9 signs you got to look for. It goes on to say Bandito Jason Faye, or whatever, defects to the Hells Angels, meaning the fear's move could lead to a turf war. Hells Angels had rebels join the chapter. It's very different out there. It is not like the United States. The deflection of a high-profile, they call them bikies out there, boss to a rival club has fueled fears of a bloody turf battle. Former Bandidos national Jason Fahey has patched over to the Hells Angels, who are aggressively expanding their presence in Sydney. Recently, an entire Sydney chapter of the Rebels Bikies are believed to have defected to the Hells Angels, with the outlaw bikie gang taking advantage of rivals' weaknesses to gain a foothold in City South. Now, it goes on to say, after a decade at the top of the Bandidos, he is considered a major figure in the bikie world, and some found it hard to believe when he posted an image of himself arm in arm with the seniors Hells Angels member. One shocked response was, "You gone to HA?" See, they don't even know. He ain't in the picture in any colors or any of that. It's speculation. And there's some more pictures of them and stuff like that. Then, however, others expressed their delight. "Cousin, about time. Welcome to the biggest and best MC." Another wrote, "Ready to rumble." And there's where a lot of your supporters stuff comes in. They're not even part of the club most of the time, and they put stuff out like that. And again, they have no proof this guy went over. Not in this article anyway. So be wary of what the news media is reporting, because it's like a big soap opera over there with the media. They really get into the Instagram stuff and Twitters, but mostly Instagram when it comes to this. Be careful in reading too much into it. Just because you take a picture with somebody doesn't mean you're patching over. But anyway, we're going to go to the second half of the show. Like I said, we're going to be talking about gaslighting. Then, of course, we got the members only coming up. Anyway, we'll be right back after this music break. Join the Insane Throttle Members Only Club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content Monday through Friday at 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the show going strong. The Motorcycle Madhouse Morning Show now streaming over on Rumble and YouTube Monday through Friday at 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tune in Mondays live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube for the Madhouse Monday Night Raw with Hollywood and Marco. Grab a beer or some wacky tobacco and sit back and bust a gut. Subscribe to China Doll's Viper Pit to get your dose of the world according to China Doll. Real and honest opinions on what's happening in the world today. Join the Queen Viper and take a walk on the wild side of life on China Doll Viper Pit on YouTube today.